You like dubstep? Because I'll step on you if you ask nicely. Hello my little worms, I'm Dei, and welcome back to Dei Completes Arknights, the series in which I try to actually make progress in the Arknight story, one level at a time. But currently we're trying to make our way through the Lingering Echoes event, and we've reached the final of the story levels. Only the EX levels will remain after this. We've reached the end. It's been a long journey. And we've only got 9 hours left, so yeah, we kind of get a little close, but we made it. We made it! Yeah! And the level we are tackling today is LE-ST-3. From the New World. Some have but old friends, and no old home. And now it is time for us to begin the end. Start! I have no idea what's actually going to be contained within this story section, but it's probably set potentially even like a time gap afterwards. You never really know. Ooh, we're starting off with a question mark individual. Is that all there is? I'm not hiding even a shred of truth from you. The way this was handled was quite the surprise. How should we proceed now? How should we proceed? We don't. This never had anything to do with you to begin with. All we're doing now is making adjustments to how the territory in question will be handled. How does that have anything to do with you? You're right about that, but with how things turned out, those infected will get to stay on that city plate. It'll be difficult to keep them from gossiping about this. And who would believe infected nonsense? Then what shall we do next? What shall we do next? There's no rush. We still have lots to do. Like what? And who are you? You were just dots. Dots, question marks. I meant question marks. I've said the phrase dot 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 too many times that now apparently everything in my brain is dots. Ooh, a spectral servant. That's all I have to report for this incident. Thank you. Hello again, woman. It's so specific, isn't it? Just, yes, woman. Why, thank you. Very detailed. What is your actual name? Or is it just woman? Very strange and unspecific name, if it is. Have you located the piece that this Chizerni man wrote during the incident? The Empress's voice is ready to describe it at any moment, and can personally play it for you in a few hours. No need. I can listen to the recording. ... Not bad. I can even hear him crying from the bottom of his heart as he wrote the piece. He's a talented man. Too bad he's not quite talented enough. Ouch. I think he's pretty talented, man. Like, ouch. What level of talent are you after? So how did it go? Not bad. It didn't get worse. Andante said the infection deterioration caused by the incident was unusual. Most infections went into a continuous stable phase, and I'm no exception. It's not going to get worse again like before, right? Andante said they looked into the phenomenon pretty thoroughly. Apparently nearly all of the Arignium that got activated during the incident has gone into an extended low activity state. Helpful. In other words, I get to hang around a little longer. Thank goodness. Right, does Andante know what the Herzog is going to do with the afterglow? Well, this is just what she said she heard, but apparently the Empress's voice has requested the Herzog not lay a finger on the afterglow. Oh, thank heavens, and thank their majesty's kindness. Keep it down. ... What should we do from here on out? Oh, shut up. You don't think things have gotten out of hand enough as it is? What to do from here on out? Live one day at a time, that's what. I want to live more than a day, though. Fair. Then you should really keep your mouth shut. And we're back at the office. ... Hibiscus, I finally get it now. There are some things that you're better off not knowing anything about. I guess I'll apply to be transferred somewhere else as soon as I'm done with the follow-up work here. Maybe I'll go to the land ship. That sounds nice. Haha. The sewers. We're back here. Don't move. It took a lot of effort just to find you. ... Do you have anything to say? It was your men who tricked Creed into coming to Weisheim, right? ... Everything you said was the truth, except for the bit about payment. You knew he was in a hurry to make money for my treatment, and you lured him into this mess with that. But you two had nothing against each other. Why did you do it? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. I don't have much longer to live to begin with. Alright then, seeing as we're old colleagues, I will tell you. Gruffin Strollo was already looking for Creed, and she was very close to finding him. So what? Creed was always there by my side, and that practically meant you had full control of him. You read her research notes. You know full well just how terrifying her work on the Voice of Terror was. Until I got my hands on her notes, all I knew was that she had put a lot of time into researching this subject, but I never knew the true extent of her research. If we let her continue working, she might have just been able to do something even more appalling with the Voice of Terror, say triggering and inducing resonance at much greater ranges. You could have woken up in the middle and... Middle? Why did I say middle? Woken up in the morning and found your grandson transformed into a monster. Would you have wanted that? Rather than letting things come to that, it was much better to bring Creed right to her, put the rush on her, and let her put her plan in motion before she could work out the kinks. So, any more questions? What would you have done if Ebenholz hadn't found the amplifiers in the Afterglow Hall? What do you think? However the Afterglow turned out, that's how I would have turned out myself. No further questions. Come with me then. Not going to kill me? I've got no reason to kill you, and it would have given me yet another thing to weigh on my conscience. Come, let's head to my shop for a cup of coffee. We'll talk about those stupid honourable young men. Must I? What do you think? Ha ha ha. Oh, what are we now? Lava? Why'd you push yourself like that? If anything happened to you, I'd never, ever forgive you. Huh? Oh, you're talking about what happened in Weisheim, right? Look, I'm all fine. And who was it who had a standoff with an angry mob? Who didn't evacuate even knowing that she'd be affected by the Voice of Terror? And who fought those people even though she'd barely learned any arts? I don't remember telling you any of this. I already talked to Mr. Czerny. He told me everything. If you wanted to know all the whys and wherefores, why didn't you come talk to me directly? I actually visited Mr. Czerny to ask him about my piano teacher in Lithuanian, Mr. John, or Johan, or whatever. I think it's Johan, right? And it was only after we kept talking that I found out you almost... I'm warning you, if something like this happens again, don't you dare push yourself like that. You hear me? You hear me? Alright, don't cry anymore. Look, see? I'm alright, perfectly fine. But your infection... Yes, it's got rather severe thanks to the Voice of Terror, but it's under control now, so... No, that's not enough. You're always on my case about my health, and you don't care about what happens to you at all. If I lost you, Ava, I promise you, I'll look out for myself more, okay? Really? Really? Don't you dare lie to me. Why would I? The doctor gave me quite a long holiday, you know? I'm going to spend this time well and get some quality rest in. Alright now, you said you asked him about Mr. Johan. How is he? Mr. Czerny said he saw Mr. Johan at a gathering a year ago, and that he was fine and well. Speaking of, you went all the way to Lithuania yourself and even got a flute for your wand. Did you learn how to play while you were there? You mean this? The most I'm doing with it is treating it as a wand. I don't know how to play. Really? Of course, really. You're just being shy, aren't you? Why would I be shy about this? I don't believe you. Play something. Well, alright. Here goes. Alright. That's the worst sound I've ever heard in my life. So I think it's confirmed. Did not learn anything. Thanks for your concern, Doctor. I'm feeling very well. And I must thank you again for the protection you are offering the Afterglow. If you and Rhodes Island hadn't intervened, the Empress's voice would never have lifted a finger for my home. It's like, finally, I'm present. What should I say? Helping the infected is Rhodes Island's creed. It's exactly as you said, and I'm starting to appreciate that more and more. I suppose there must be a reason you summoned me here. God, so tight text. You asked to be deployed to the front lines, and I have to confirm your intentions. I've already written my thoughts in full on the report. Your condition's stable, but your infection's serious. Anything can happen in battle. I'm prepared. Truth be told, Doctor, when Hibiscus helped me up and walked me to the concert hall, I was already prepared to die. Even though so much has happened and things turned out nothing like I'd imagined, I lived. It really feels quite peculiar, and I cannot describe it very well, whether through words or music. I'm not expecting to find how to express this feeling on the battlefield, but I'm thinking that it might prove beneficial if I try to fight for the infected in an entirely different way. I understand how you feel, but do wait for your evaluation results. I understand. Speaking of which, Ebenholz is here too, is he? Well, I don't have him as an operator, but I'm assuming story-wise he is here, probably. Of course. I haven't seen him at all since the day after we arrived at Rhodes Island. Sometimes I can't help but think that the black-clad Graf Urtica might have actually died. I guess, according to Lithanian's official reports, he's indeed gone. You're right. Well then, I'll take my leave now, Doctor. Speaking of Ebenholz, it happens the next thing on my agenda has to do with him. Do you want to see him? ... Never mind, I don't dare to claim I know how much this incident has affected him. I can only imagine. If there comes a day when he's willing to see me or Hibiscus, we'll talk then. Goodbye, Doctor. And goodbye to you, Chisoni. Oh god, why is that so long? I look forward to hearing the music you'll write off the battlefield and hope it'll be no less impressive than your past work. Sure, that one. He just walks away regardless. Doesn't even respond to any of what I said there. It's like, that was a very long line. It's just like, goodbye, dots, or extremely long sentence. So now, I guess, off to talk with Ebenholz. Doctor, I'm surprised you found me here. Some nice fresh air with all the wind here. Helps distress. I don't need distressing. Are you sure, though? You sure? What of you? I digress. I'm a messenger today. Here's a letter for you. A letter? Where is it from? Lithanian. I have no idea what it is. Hand it over. Need me to stay and open it with you? One of my many services. You're a funny one. I get that a lot. Do I? Do I get that a lot? I really can't imagine you in a fight. Are you always this light-hearted when you're out commanding battles? Yes. I wouldn't mind you getting a little less serious when you're off to a field operation. Well, I look forward to it then. I'm going then. Enjoy your alone time. That goes without saying. Goodbye, Ebenholz. This is the passport of a Lithanian citizen. Ebenholz. Creed's and Graf Urtica's death certificates. There's more? A letter? What is the letter? What does it say? What is in the letter? Who is it from? Are we going to be informed of this factor? This is just infinite darkness. I don't know if I meant to click. Alright, no. It's not signed. An anonymous letter? Just my impression of her. Rhodes Island operator Ebenholz presses the tip of his wand to the letter and sets it ablaze. Not long after, the flames reach the passport, and the Count of Urtica's death certificate, and then Creed's. The smell of burning paper spreads across the deck. Ebenholz picks up the cello next to him. He thinks back to how his dear friend played the cello, closes his eyes, and begins to play a simple, lively melody. When the twin empresses first took control, countless pieces of music singing their praises sprung up all over Lithanian. This too is one of those pieces. Today, the second half of the song has long been forgotten. Only the first half is still sung by a small number of people, thanks to its uplifting melody, and the lyrics openly express the singer's cheerful mood. The sunset is glaringly bright. The sunset is glaringly bright. I should turn this up so I can actually hear this. Very nice. I'm pretty sure I recognize that, like, music there. I think I've listened to that before. I think it's one of Bach's pieces. And I guess, with that, we are done. The sky is blue and fine. The breeze lilts by in song. The river murmurs clear. My heart is filled with hope. For some reason, that line wasn't actually in the thing. It said on the wiki that that line actually was, like, at the very end of that chapter, but for some reason it wasn't there, so I thought I should say it here. Anyway, if you like the video, be sure to leave a like, and why not subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Ring that notification bell. It does something, and I still don't know what. And follow me on Twitter for updates and see my thumbnails in a larger size, as well as announcements of streams, whenever those happen. And I'll be seeing you guys in the final video on this event on the EX levels. And for now, goodbye. Roll the outro.
I gave that bastard what he deserved. A funeral. Fit for a king.